Good morning. State Facts Podcast Morning Show. I'm your host and your Brother Deen. Today, March 23rd, 2020. Wake up. Give the most gracious, the most merciful all praises, because it is He who calls us to die, and then He give us life again. And at the end, the return is back to the most gracious, most merciful. The stimulus bill for the United States of America has been blocked by the Democrats. They saying that the focus was solely on corporations instead of actual people. So it's a hold on that. They can't come to a bipartisan agreement about it. And to be honest with you, I feel like that is very, for lack of words, is very discouraging that a country that's supposed to be built on united we stand, in a time of a crisis like we're going through right now, that the House cannot come to an agreement. There's nothing really to agree on, to be honest with you. In my mind, it's nothing to agree on. I mean, it is something that's needed, and it's not really the money part. It's the health care that they can't provide for the world. We supposed to already be prepared for relief, not for I'm not saying for things that happen, because from day to day, we don't know what's bound to happen. We really don't. So I'm not talking about day-to-day things. I'm talking crises that happen, like tsunamis and hurricanes and stuff like that. But as we go through these situations as a country, we supposed to be building up and stacking up for these type of things. So to be honest with you, there's no excuse why these people can't come up with a bill that get these things through. It shouldn't even be a conversation. The state of New York and California both is getting overwhelming numbers of deaths and overwhelming numbers of people with symptoms of the virus that has been infected or exposed to this virus. Keep in mind, people, that there's no such thing right now as a common cold. If you coughing, your nose or your throat, if you having any kind of things that's bothering you, I don't even think you can go to a hospital. My point is, don't keep it in, because that'll affect other people. Don't be afraid. Come forward, step forward some kind of way to say, hey, I need to be checked. Especially in the United States, there should be some kind of way to where these people can be isolated. I mean, I know it's scary, but our dependency fall on the most gracious, the most merciful, in which He told us that we should tie up our camel first. Tying up our camel is preparing your house, preparing your children and your family members, whether they're in the household you in or not. It's about being prepared first. He said tie up your camel, so that means being prepared. And then the mental part about it, when you depend on your Lord, the mental part about it, He's gonna take care of, and that's why our faith lies. Our faith lies when we do our part, which is like tying up our camel. When we do our part, the dependency on our Creator, our Lord, to be able to help us get through some of these things. Italy passed China in the death toll. Their debt steady raising. Even in Louisiana, in the last 7 days, the cases is increasing. So keep in mind this morning that just my perception of it, to reflect on it, is that this is not a test from the Most High. The test was your past, our past. The test was our past. Now, this is a grace period. This is warning before destruction for mankind. We know that most of the news that we see and we look at, I ain't gonna say we know, but we deem it as fake news. So my advice to people is, start tapping into news in other countries to see what these people are saying and see how this 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 virus is affecting other countries and see what they saying about it and see what kind of remedies these people are having. I don't understand how we getting the information from the president, whether he's concealing or revealing anything. We're getting I want to say we're getting one thing from him, and he's saying stay inside. I don't understand what comes after that when they're saying stay inside unless you're going somewhere, unless you it's not an option. If the word is stay inside, we need to stay inside. If we can come outside, we should be able to go outside. It put people in a handicap and a disposition because some people have a job that's being threatened now. The job is being threatened because it's saying if you don't go to work, what do I do? Even if you don't go to work because of this, and this is your claim, I'm thinking it's going to be a long time before you're granted unemployment, if there's a such thing in these times right now. There's laws that's being invoked by the White House, in which they calling on these certain laws in a time of crisis, but they are not effective to the communities. Stay Facts Podcast Morning Show. I'm your host and your brother Deen. Monday morning, March 23rd, 2020. Stay tuned in because the show just gonna get better. My prayers go out to all families that have been affected by this, and my prayers go out for all families who's not taking it serious enough. Hopefully, hopefully they see something that's not so tragic, get close enough to them to know that the plan from the Most High is to get people to come back to Him. This is the time that we go back to our Creator and repent. We have time to repent, people. So wake up. Stay Facts Podcast Morning Show, March 23rd, 2020. I'm your host and your brother Deen.